Do you think there's any way they potentially look at Colin Sexton? And again, I'm not a guy that sits here and says Colin Sexton, hasn't done this, hasn't done that. I think he's a valuable asset. I think he may not fit in the mix the way they're building it potentially. Could you see Colin Sexton as part of a trade that maybe tries to acquire somebody like Ben Simmons?
I certainly think it's something that the Cavs will listen to. I think it's something that they will explore this offseason. They have to. Any good general manager is going to listen. Every good general manager is going to take a look around the landscape of the NBA and try and figure out who could be had. Does New Orleans want to move on from Brandon Ingram, right? What does Philly want for Ben Simmons? Is Boston, with Brad Stevens now running the show, willing to break up the young pieces that they've assembled over the last couple of years? Does Jaylen Brown become available? Does Marcus Smart become available? What would it take to get either one of those guys? What's the cost for somebody like Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards? The Cavs have to look at all of those things, especially given the fact that they do have this extremely valuable trade chip at this point in time. When it comes to Ben Simmons, it's just really, really complicated for me, Dave, because for all the really good things that he does and the things that you like about him, he is an elite defender, one of the best in the NBA. He creates opportunities for his teammates. He gives you an identity right away as a team that wants to race up and down the court. He can slash to the basket. He can play a variety of different positions. He can guard 1 through 5. For all of those things that you can say that are good, his flaws are really hard to overlook. He can't shoot. He can't shoot free throws. And because of that, he's not as aggressive as he needs to be. And it makes it really, really difficult on an offense. It restricts the ceiling that an offense can have with that kind of shooting liability. So any team that is going to acquire Ben Simmons, Dave, they're going to have to change their entire roster. They're going to have to put shooters around him. They're going to have to find a space the floor 5. And I keep coming back to this. Is Ben Simmons really good enough, a high enough level player that you're going to change your entire roster to fit? I'm not sure I'd go that direction, especially if I'm the Cavs, especially if I don't have enough shooting. And we all know, we watched it last year. The Cavs don't have enough shooting as it is. Bringing in another non-shooter is a really dangerous game to play.